This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but
Here we go. 54. 60 out low. 54. Let it roll. Hey. No.
A first down throw for Brissett. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Hey. Motion. Mike, 53.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
At their own 2-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 53. Mike, 53.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a... We thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Brissett on 1st down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Aaron Jones, 35 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona 1st. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's coming. Protein spill. Get it.
First and 10, stick. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Miles Jack. A game on the play. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Check right 54. Right 54. It's just me and you.
Now Brissett. Dorsett making the catch. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Ready. Get the flag. Mike's by 4. Defense wins championships, baby. That's it. Mike's 54.
Brissett to throw on first. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
I got you, son. I got you. You're online, baby. Orbit. Right there, 54. Right there. 54.
Here's Brissett. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald, his second sack of the night. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. 11-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Lions 11, Cardinals nothing.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. this might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alpha. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9. Stick. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a night.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch QB go. Switch, switch, switch. Check, 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 check.
Brissett down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Ready.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, Charlie.
3rd down, they'll throw with stick. This is Johnson, he's got it. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
obviously this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 9 yards on the first down keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stick looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I got one. 50.
Brissett. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He completes it to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brissett now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
50, Mike 50. Hey, watch the signal.
Brissett. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. He finds Taylor. Complete. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Brissett again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Ready. 53, Mike. That's what I do.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Pollard, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready, set. 53. Go. Get ready. 53. Ready.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Able to find Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on. You better bring it. Shift, shift. 49. Check 49. Yeah. 49. Check, 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 check.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Big stop, let's go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Stick. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
First down, Arizona.
Let's go. 30 base.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Stick got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. The 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Damian Harris, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Stick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for Andy Isabella. Incomplete. 3 plays.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
We play to win. Let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Now Brissett going up top. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will be out of bounds as the third quarter comes to an end with an INT. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
On the double. 53, Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Go.
Off play action, it's Stick. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a first and 10. Stick back to pass. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Right there. 54. Right there. Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Ball. One set. Check, Mike. 54.
Now on second and 16. Brissett, he's going to float this over the middle deep. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Third down and 16.
The Lions on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is third and 16.
53 is the Mike. Oh, you got D? 53 is the Mike. 53.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Got it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Isabella. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24. Here's Stick looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the play?
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, here's Stick. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. First down, Brissett. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hold on. Stay with your man.
He can run for it, and he will. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to the air, Rudolph. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 30 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
You got block me. Kill. Out. Check. Fresno.
Now Brissett. And that will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Let's go.
Hey, exit. Keep grip.
Rudolph now to throw. Throw left side, completes Isabella. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cardinals take over
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Push him back.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think... We use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now stick. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
Mike 54. Here we go, G.
And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.